Hey guys, welcome to the cave of the anonymous monk. This is my prayer cell. It's where I spend most of my time inside, most of my free time. So I'm either in prayer or contemplation here, but actually this room that we're in is my workshop, my gym. It's the weight room, weights over there, workshop, music room, library. It's my living room. It's everything for me as a monk, as a monk in the world. So this is below ground. It is a real cave. I got cave walls over here, so it's my prayer cave. So tonight, I'd like to talk about a heavy subject. Not even kids shouldn't be hearing this firsthand. Some horrible stuff we have to cover here with this. And I guess if you're watching the video, you already know the title of it. So it's aliens that we're going to deal with, and the reality of who they are and what they are. Well, first of all, there is no such thing as an alien. This is an enclosed system, the Earth and what surrounds it. It's protected by the firmament, and that firmament is who knows how thick that is. But spirit can't penetrate that, and that is to protect this area from the rest of the universe. That firmament is to protect the rest of the universe from the evil that resides only here in this realm. So aliens are manufacturing by the demons, by Satan himself. So the aliens are nothing more than demons who have learned to penetrate this physical realm, and they have, like CERN, and created portals so they can go back and forth now very easily. So aliens are nothing more than demons in disguise. There is no other planets they come from. The planets that we see are illuminaries. They're not physical statures, they're illuminations. They're planets, but they're illuminating, and there's people and beings there, but they're all spiritual. There is no physical beings on those and they're demonic. That's where they hang out. The demons have, taken over all these things here. So they're the gods of the principalities, right? The devil has this area. So aliens do not exist. I mean, they do exist. Don't get me wrong, please. They do exist, but they're not who they say they are. Put it that way. They do abduct people all the time, and they're allowed to. The governments let them do this. The governments are in cahoots with them. They paid off the governments. They run the governments. So it's the demons, just another arm of the Illuminati. NASA, half of NASA knows about it, half NASA doesn't know about it. NASA is a manufacturing of Satan himself. If you look at the letters NASA and see that snake tongue in there, if you put an S on there, you could see it. It's Satan, becomes Satan. So anyway, the aliens are demons in disguise. And they are responsible for mostly all the abductions happening in this world. The national parks they're allowed to go there and hunt humans and take them. And what they do with them is, I don't even want to get into that, but that really happens. People really do get abducted, but they're not aliens, they're demons. So this plan to make disguise them as aliens has been in progress for a long time, many thousands of years. So this is the coup de grace for Satan. He's been working on the aliens for a long time. The Earth to be round. The Earth is not round, folks. It's flat. We live in an enclosed system. There's a firmament around this whole thing. It's a sphere. The firmament is a sphere. It's a flat Earth under it, the sky, all enclosed. The luminaries all enclosed. Flat Earth's sun goes around. The winter it gets further away from the north. The summer it gets closer to the north. It's anyway. The round globe was a manufacturer to bring in the aliens 500 years later. So there is no such thing as aliens. Okay, they're demons. They're demons. They're demonic. And go to the Lord. I mean, if you're on the Lord's side, you're protected from them. You don't have to worry about them. But it's the poor secular people they're the prey to this. You know that. People who are close to God are protected. They aren't allowed to be touched. But the secular people who have nothing to do with God, they're open prey. They have nothing to protect them except your prayers or my prayers. So national parks, I would stay away from. I wouldn't let any of my family members go to a national park anymore. I mean, that's where they get you, especially Oregon, Washington State. It's really big. It's really, really big. Did you know how many 10,000 people are missing every year in national parks? They're not going to tell you that. But the figures are out there. 10,000 a year? Come on. How can 10,000 people be missing a year from serial killer? So I wouldn't go to a national park anymore. Or if you're close to the Lord, I wouldn't worry about that. So close to the Lord in your heart and your attentions, not in going to church every week. So the demons have penetrated this realm. They're going back and forth. They can't escape this environment, this earth system, the enclosed system. They can't escape it. And outside of this system is water. Water for a million light years. Who knows how big. But there's water so dense that keeps the demons from penetrating. If they got out of this sphere, the water, they can't move through water very fast. And so that's a perimeter for spirit is water. So water surrounds this enclosed system. So the new heaven and the new earth that's coming one day will be when the evil's gone, the globe, the firmament can open up, the water's all going to go. That's what the waters mean, disappearing. No more water around the earth. And it'll be a new heaven and a new earth. However that'll look, who knows? But it won't be the flat earth that we live on now. So the demons have taken over, coming in. They're going in and out. CERN has given them free reign now. So now they're in total control of who comes in and who goes out. So they're wrecking havoc here with everything. They got a plan, something coming up in the near future, but that's probably will coincide with the rapture, because it looks like they're getting their armies together for some final attack. So who knows if that'll be in our lifetime or not. But the rapture is not to be looked about or thought about or talked about. You're supposed to live your life and not even think about that. If you're thinking about the rapture, think about your own death. Why the rapture? Isn't your own death more important than everybody else in the world dying? So the rapture only means a bunch more people die in one day. And the rapture is nobody lifting up off the earth. For goodness sake, that's a manufactured satanic teaching. You die. The people are laying all over the earth dead. That's what happens at the rapture. You die and you go. You don't just float up there. So anyway, it's all in the Old Testament if you read it close. You can see at the visitation, the rapture in the Old Testament is called the visitation. Check it out. Anytime you see the visitation, he's talking about the rapture. The visitation is when the Blessed Mother comes to take us home. That's what the rapture is, not Jesus, folks. So all monks know that. You got to know the Blessed Mother to know these things. So when the rapture happens, you're dead on the ground, not lifting up in the spirit and people walking around and saying, oh, where'd they go? There's their clothes. That's all Protestantism myth. So who cares about the rapture when a bunch of people die that day, right? Isn't your life more important than anything? Your rapture comes at the end of your life. So anybody focused on the rapture is not doing God's will. He's going to be offended by you looking about getting out of here, escaping the evil. Essentially, if you're looking for the rapture, because I did it one time, I was one of those. You're looking to escape the evil and get out of here. Well, you're supposed to learn something here. You're supposed to endure. Didn't Jesus endure? Supposed to endure. So our job is to endure these hard times the best we can, to be holy in a horrific satanic time. This is the time to be glorified for people walking with the Lord. How great is it to be holy when everybody around you is good? Right? It's not going to be very impressive, right? Well, to be holy now is really impressive in God's eyes. To the world's eyes, I'm crazy. I'm lunatic for not seeking pleasure anymore. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see at the end. I'm confident. So aliens are demons. No such thing as aliens. They're abducting people all the time. Those UFOs now, some are manufactured lights. They're not real. They're just aluminum. When they go like from here and they go a million miles in 1 second, that's a light illuminary manufacturing. The chemtrails are to make little crystals of aluminum in the air so they could do their light shows and that's a part of the things. Chemtrails have at least seven reasons why they do it that I know of, and one of them is so they could do their UFO tricks up there. Some are real, some aren't. Who cares? But that's all real. That's all real stuff. But they're demons. They're not aliens. I think is the most important thing to get across. So chasing the internet for all these different things is not. If you really don't know and you're seeking the truth, you're allowed to go in and find it. But once you find it, you got to stay away. Can't go down that road. As soon as you prove it to yourself, as soon as you prove there's a flat earth, stop going down that road. As soon as you prove there's Illuminati and Freemason and they run everything, stop going down that road. That's how it works. You're allowed to learn it, but you can't dabble in it and stay in it. So the demons are running everything. So that's why you have to stay holy and stay close to the Lord at this time. It's just, what I do being a monk is not, this is what he asked all of us to do, not me. Listen, this is what he asked you and everybody to do. To be holy, walk in holiness, a royal priesthood, and to pray without ceasing. Do you pray without ceasing? None of you are keeping up to what he's asking you then, right? Are you trying to be holy and walking in holiness? No, you're not doing what he says. That's what a regular person. So me being a lay monk in the world is really just being who God wants me to be as a regular person. He didn't want me to run to a big monastery to be holy. He wanted to be holy right here. He wanted to be the way I should be all the time. But now it's a monk. I should be in a world where everybody is holy and everything, and I wouldn't have to be a monk. I would be a regular person. That's my ideal. And that's heaven. So I'm grooming myself for heaven. Everything heaven is, I want to be now. Heaven doesn't have, whatever heaven doesn't have, I eliminate it from my life. Or try to. Well, I got lost I got to check the time, guys, to see where we at. Oh my goodness, look. 15 minutes my limit, so I guess this is it, guys. Okay, ciao, it's 15 minutes. All right, God bless you guys. Remember, do something nice for somebody every day, especially a stranger. All right, good night, guys.